If you do go on to enjoy today's video, please remember to hit that like button and of course subscribe for more content. And if you need any coins for Ultimate Team to get a head start on the game, head to the link in the description. Use the code TVM for a discount at checkout. What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome back to the Diogo Jota Road to Glory. If you missed the first episode, go watch it, I guess. You'll find out why we have as many coins as we have and all the rest of it. I've got a lot of things in the club to sell. I may do a little, not a club tour, because there isn't that much in the club to show you, but just to show you a few of the players, because some of the packs have been either not recorded or lost. Like, for example, Luis Suarez's inform wasn't recorded because it was a web app pack that I did when I first opened my starter packs, and I genuinely didn't expect to see anything there. These are packs from, was it Marquee Matchups right at the beginning you just saw? Going to go through some comments as well. I haven't read them yet, so that I'm going to go into them blind. I haven't pre-read them or anything like that, or proofread them. So It's G said, sad to hear there's no traditional Road to Glory using FIFA points takes the fun out of the series for me, but I understand why you're doing it. Hope the series works out well. The thing is, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to go through it all again, but it's not that I've decided to do a Road to Glory with FIFA points. It's just that I'm tagging on a Road to Glory to otherwise an account that I otherwise wouldn't bother doing a Road to Glory with, if that makes sense. So, yes, I've started out with FIFA points. I put about 13,000 in, which, okay, some people don't put FIFA points in at all year. Other people will put some in every now and again. I don't really plan on putting any more, much more, if any at all. Many more, if any at all, going forward. I know 13,000 is a lot of FIFA points to have put in, but like I said, I have to do it for reviews and what have you. I can't afford to run 2 accounts. Don't have the time to run 2 accounts with all the content that I'm putting out either. But the purpose of this Road to Glory isn't to build up the club. It's to build up a particular player. So it's taking Diogo Jota from nothing, as in 0 games, 0 goals, 0 assists, to hopefully 1,000, 1,000, 1,000 without playing any squad battles. Now, I have played squad battles, but I'm not putting him in the team for squad battles. He will play in only weekend league games and division rival games. There is gameplay in this episode. There's probably going to be more gameplay in this series than any other Road to Glory that you've ever seen before, because the whole point of it is to get games and goals and things with Diogo Jota. Now, out of these packs, I was a little bit disappointed until I saw that flag, then I saw that position, and then, of course, the Spurs badge, which means we have just packed ourselves the golfing wizard that is Gareth Bale. He currently sells for about 90,000 coins. However, it has been confirmed that he's going to get a ones to watch card. So he will go up even more because his ones to watch is going to be quite expensive, and therefore we will be able to take advantage of it. I am probably going to sell him at some point. I won't do it just yet, but I will look to sell at some point. I'm trying out different things, right? As you can see, it says Club or Club C on the left. The reason for that is because I have an A and B team, and they're not better than this one necessarily. I mean, they are a little bit, but it's just that I'm trying out different positions, different players in different positions, different formations, different tactics. I cannot, or rather I couldn't get to grips with the game at all. I've left out a few games. So Diogo Jota has actually played probably 5-6 games more than you've seen. Reason for that is because I got absolutely slapped in those games. Diogo Jota did absolutely nothing. Not that I'm blaming him for being rubbish, it's me. I'm awful. So, or rather I was awful. I'm a little bit better now. It's just that in every game that I was playing, in 5 or 6 that you hadn't seen, I conceded 5 in every single game. I couldn't defend, and that's why I went 5 at the back, thinking maybe it was a case of more defenders, I can stop things from progressing, and we should be able to learn how to defend. It's not going to work. 5 at the back is just, it doesn't create enough going forward. As you can see, we've got far too many players back, so I had to switch it out after this game, and you'll see what the squad, maybe you'll see what the squad looks like. I might show you at the end of the video. We'll go through Diogo Jota's stats, go through the club a little bit, and I'll show you the team that I'm currently sort of sat on. Good to see Brian back. Says, let's go. He actually says, let's go. Great to be back. Looking forward to this Road to Glory. Keep it up. Thank you very much, Don Weezing. Lloyd says, been waiting for this. I'm now on PC. Hopefully we'll match up against each other at some point. Probably, because there are only like 7 people on PC. So I would have thought we'd we'd face each other at some point. Good old Strawberry Head says, not gonna lie, it feels a bit weird having a Road to Glory with FIFA points, but honestly so hyped that you're doing any type of Road to Glory this year. We'll watch every episode as I have done for the last 2 years. I appreciate that massively, because I wasn't planning on doing a Road to Glory. I wanted to, but at the same time I was a little bit like, I don't want to have to go into Weekend League every single week. Even sometimes I don't want to do it, and the only reason I was going to do it is because of rewards. You know, like, you have to do a rewards video. Look at that, I got absolutely destroyed. You have to do a rewards video in a Road to Glory, otherwise it gets a little bit stale and there's nothing really to sort of keep people hooked. So that's kind of one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it. The other reason was the League SBC method this season. I just cannot be bothered to do it. So a few things, as well as not having enough accounts and what have you, blah blah blah. I've been through it all before, but just trying to get Diogo Jota up there to 1,000, and of course along the way doing SBCs to open packs, not League SBCs necessarily. I might do the odd one here or there, but I'm not going to rinse them like I normally do, because I just don't have it in me this year. I mean, things might change over the next few months. I might decide, you know what, now I'm in the mood to do it again, but we'll see what happens. And I know I've kind of half ruined it with the FIFA points at the beginning, but if you really think about it, I'm not going to be using those coins to buy players for the teams that you'll see Diogo Jota in anyway. So it sort of swings and roundabouts. It's a shame. It is a shame. It's a bit annoying. Next year will be completely different. We will go from the beginning. We'll combine the two ideas. We'll go for having a player at the start of the game, probably a ones to watch player, that we want to take to 1,000, and then we'll have a poor man Road to Glory, essentially, where we don't put any money into the game. Maybe we could, I don't know if that would ruin it really, but we could, I know I'm talking about next FIFA already, but maybe we could put some FIFA points in just to be able to get the ones to watch player and then start from scratch. Because what I wanted to do this year, actually, I wanted to use an icon. It's good to see that the game gives penalties even though the player didn't go down. He missed it, thankfully, but I tripped him. It was a deserved penalty. I didn't have any complaints, but I didn't expect the referee to give the penalty because he didn't go down. So I kind of thought I'd get away with it. Diogo Jota gets in there with a nice turn and a good left-footed finish. Of course, he does have a 5-star weak foot, so it is what it is. I know it looks like I've got the Australian kit on. It's the away Welsh kit. I'm fully Welshed up in this. I've got the Welsh badge. I've designed my stadium to look very Welsh. We're going to complete the Tonali SBC right here. You can't not do this. 80 rated team for a ones to watch card that could potentially get 1 or 2 informs. He's already a decent starter player anyway. I don't think it's a card you can necessarily pass up on. EA already enticing me to use players and coins that I wouldn't normally want to. So this year I won't be doing SBCs like this just for the sake of doing them. So in the Road to Glory last year, we would have done a few players here or there that I just did for content. And of course, for content purposes, I was just doing SBCs. I'm not doing it this year. I'm going to be very, very frugal with coins. João Felix had his price range lifted from 10k to 19k. Thought, why not take advantage? Sold him. He's a good card. He is a good player. But for 19,000 coins, might as well just take up the coins and put it into something else. So these packs right here are from the League and Nation Hybrid SBC. I have now completed, and you'll see the packs in a second, I've now completed all of the advanced SBCs. And we've done all right out of them, of course. I think we've got Bale from marquee matchups, but we've got, I think, Oblak and Di Maria came from those. This was a walkout. Very excited about this. Although then when I saw the Italian flag, I was kind of hoping that it would be one of the better Italians. It was Immobile. Now, I haven't sold him. He's worth about 50,000 coins right now. And this player in this game is going to be fantastic. And I know a lot of people are going to look at it and go, no, he ain't. But he will be. He will be. And I'm going to prove it in another episode because I'm going to use him and I guarantee I'm going to score goals. No board in this one. Or rather, no walkout in this one. Yeah, no board either. And we get ourselves Paco Alcacer, who I actually gave up in that SBC. This is going to complete the League and Nation Hybrid, the advanced SBC. I had to go forward and do Loyalty Glitch, which I wasn't a fan of. But we do pick up a rare mega pack, which is nice. We also pick up 13,000 coins and a kit. I kind of wish that the 13,000 coins was a I don't know, whatever, 35k pack, 45k pack or something. I mean, the coins are nice, and at the early stage of the game, you wouldn't turn them down, but I was kind of hoping that I could have got myself another pack to maybe get something decent. We get German board goalkeeper, unfortunately, but it is Arsenal, which means it's an 85 rated player. There could be something decent dangling in here. The very beginning of the game is what I love about it, because you can pick up things like St. Maximin and all the rest of it, and they're like 80 rated, but they sell for an awful lot. I played one more game last night. I thought, why not? I'll jump in, and I'm going to try and cross a bit more. So I put Pulisic into the side. I will show you the team that I use, because I still haven't finished using it. James puts a ball in. Diogo Jota with a brilliant header. And I tell you what, crossing is, I wouldn't say the meta or overpowered necessarily, but it is a very effective way of getting your shots off, getting the balls toward the goalkeeper, really putting it in the danger zone. Diogo Jota on the edge of the area here, goes down under a challenge, and that is something that I can imagine is going to be patched quite quickly. Now, unfortunately, I completely fluffed the penalty, but I reckon they're going to make it harder for you to win penalties going forward. I think that will be in the second update. There's already been one update to address a certain issue, but penalties are far too easy to win this year already. So there goes Jota through the middle. Gets stopped, but Pulisic gets down that left-hand side, plays a very good ball into the box, and Gareth Bale very nearly makes it 2. This game was fun, and the reason it was fun is because I felt like I was better than my opponent. I've stopped reading comments, and I do apologise. So glad he decided to do this. I mean, generally, people are just happy that there's some sort of road to glory on the go. Diogo Jota makes it 2, and again, another cross. The third goal that he scores, because he does get a hat-trick in this game, isn't a cross. I'm not going to do what I did in FIFA 19, just because it's an overpowered thing at the moment, or really it's an effective way rather than overpowered. Doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to just do it for every goal. I'll do this now and again as well. Why not? Let's just juggle into the penalty area and slap that past the goalkeeper and force my opponent to rage quit. And I don't blame him for rage quitting there, because that goal was absolutely sensational. 3-0, 3 Diogo Jota goals. I'm very, very happy about that. And there we go. That's the screen I was looking to show you a lot more of. Now, I've only shown you one in this game, or in this video. But going forward, I will remember to look at this after every single game. Now, what does that mean for Diogo Jota? It means he's played 19 competitive games so far. It means he's got 12 goals, and he has 7 assists. So far, so good. You know, he's on course for 1,000 goal contributions. Now, the whole point of this, of course, is to go and get 1,000 games, 1,000 goals, 1,000 assists, or as close to that as possible. And I'm not going to do it in squad battles either. When the ones to watch cards get released on Friday, assuming Diogo Jota is going to be in the first batch, because normally they do 2, I think I probably will go out and get him. And then we'll just, like I said before, we'll keep this card, even though he'll be worth 10k, and I could just make a 10k profit from him, or not profit, but get my 10k back. I'll keep him, and we can have a look at that sort of, we'll have that sort of profile, and we'll add it to the ones to watch profile. But I mean, in the grand scheme of things, 30 games on this Diogo Jota compared to 970 on the other, and with the chance of him getting upgraded, it just makes perfect sense for me to go and get the ones to watch, knowing that we can build him up over time, whereas this Diogo Jota in a few weeks or months is going to be completely left behind, and it's going to be almost impossible to get him goals. But it is what it is. I'm going to go live very quickly now, and we're going to have a little run through the team that I'm currently using and what players we have in the club. So here we are on the account. Let's go over to transfers, because apparently something is sold. Sanson. I went out and bought a couple of... I've actually used one, but I went out and bought Mesut Ozil. Not because it was an investment necessarily. It's just that an 82 rated player of not his quality necessarily, because I don't think many people are going to use him, but an 82 rated Prem player that isn't English for 1,100 coins when I picked him up. I just thought that, well, that has to be a little bit on the cheap side. Now, at the moment, you can still pick him up for 1,200 coins, but I just feel like over time, he's very useful for SBCs. He's bound to go up in price. James Rodriguez, bought for 2,000. At the moment, his lowest price is about 4k, there or thereabouts. Again, he's going to get a ones to watch, and he's very useful for SBCs. I actually really like him in game as well, and you'll see that in a second. Rafinha's just joined Leeds, so every time I pack him or see him on the market for quite cheap, I will pick him up. At the moment, about 4k. He'll go up and up and up because, again, he'll be very good for links for SBCs. A few other things that we've packed here. I bought a lot of Dalot because he's just moved to Milan. So, of course, he'll be good for SBCs as well. 900 coins. And as you can see, he's still around 900 coins. So you could still pick him up. There's one there for 800 coins. You can still pick him up. And I think over time, he'll go up to a few thousand. I'm happy to just leave him on the transfer list for now. Not that bothered about the space or anything. Few bits of nonsense here that probably won't ever sell. And there we go. So in terms of the team, that is the current team. Now, it's not the best. And given the fact that I've got 300 and something thousand coins and players like Griezmann, Suarez, and a few other fairly expensive cards, which you'll see in a second. Why am I running that team? It's just reviews. So I was reviewing Greenwood, and I finished that, and that will be out either today or tomorrow. Started reviewing Pulisic, because I packed him, so I thought, why not? Naby Keita is in there constantly. He's actually played nearly as many games, he might have played more games. He's played more games than Diogo Jota. And the reason he's played more games than Diogo Jota, by the way, because I did say I was going to play him in every game possible, is because I took him into squad battles for a couple of games. Didn't want to use Diogo Jota in there. Of course, my Trent loan hasn't run out. I think I've got like 1 or 2 games left. I don't know whether to keep it or not, but I went out and got to Tsimikas for... I'm just going to call him Simicus rather than Tissimicus because I feel like the T should be silent. But I got it for 1,000 coins. Quite cheap, quite quick, not too bad. Obviously, we'll look to upgrade him over time. I'd love to get Robertson there just because I really like Robertson in real life. Tomori and Fredericks, actually, they changed my fortune in games. So I had Bolly there, and I can't remember who I had there. But either way, they weren't good enough. And I've switched them out for someone with a little bit of pace, someone else with a little bit of pace, and it's helped me out no end. Matip is decent, but I feel like I'm going to need to upgrade him over time. I did pack Gomez at one point. I don't know if I showed you that, but I've sold him. So I sold him because he's just worth far too much money. The current tactics that we're playing right now are 4-2-3-1. We're on 5 depth, 4 width, and balanced. And then I'm playing 4 width for attack because passing in this game is, I would say, quite important. So what I like to do is try and keep as much of the ball as possible. So I want my players as close to me as I can so that when we move forward, there's always a passing option. And then players in the box, cranked up quite a lot. Several reasons, really. Crossing, of course, is a little bit on the overpowered side. So I want as many bodies in there as possible to head the ball home. 3 corners, only 1 free kicks because I tend to shoot from them anyway. Of course, that's the formation, that's the team, and the way that we've set up. I tried to get Diogo Jota either cam or striker in every game that I play. If I'm reviewing a striker and a cam, unfortunately he's going to have to go out on the left or the right, but either way he will look to play in every game. He won't always be on 10 chem, but he will look to play in every game. And there we go. So that's the way that I currently have my team. It will get changed a lot. Now, over time, once I start getting rewards on the board and we start building a coin balance and we really get going with building up the sort of coins and what have you, I will look to build a dedicated team around Diogo Jota so that when I just go into games just for the sake of going into them and for the Road to Glory, we will have a dedicated Diogo Jota Road to Glory side. I will try and bring as much Road to Glory element to it as possible because at the moment, this team there's 4 or 5 different players in here than there were last time you saw it. In fact, it might be a completely different team because I think I might have had the La Liga team last time you saw it. So I'm completely changing the team every single time. But over time, I will look to build a pure Road to Glory Diogo Jota side. I really want Fernando Torres as soon as possible. I really want Jari Litmanen as soon as possible. They are very expensive players right now because we are, day 1 or whatever of full release. In fact, I don't even think it's the official release yet, but you know what I mean. So in terms of what we have in the club right now, loan Zidane, which I should just use for the sake of it really, but got Oblak. We've used him for 12 games or so. He's by far my favourite goalkeeper in the game so far. He's brilliant, absolutely insane. Loan Mbappe. I went out and bought Toni Kroos, 19,000 coins for an 88 rated card. Felt like a bit of a no-brainer, and he played in a few games for me. 1 game left on Trent, don't know whether to use that or not. 4 games on Heung-min Son, probably should have reviewed him. It's probably too late now because he's going to get an inform on Wednesday. Packed that Di Maria, of course. Only played one game so far. Can't even remember that game. Haven't used Immobile yet. I've got a lone Eriksen for 9 games. Icardi I packed at the very beginning. Starter packs again with Luis Suarez. Tried to sell him, didn't go, and now he's worth next to nothing. I think he's worth about 5,000 or 6,000 coins now. Yeah, so he's worth almost nothing. So we'll keep him. He'll be useful for something along the way. Quite a few 84s and 85s, 83s and things. I am actually looking to buy Porto of Real Sociedad because he's just fantastic in this game. He absolutely tore me to pieces the other day. We have Donnarumma, Leno, Felipe Berkey, packed Aspie as well. He's untradeable actually in a 2-player pack. I've done a few 2-player packs here or there, but I haven't packed anything sensational from it. I think Aspilicueta is probably the best that we've got. Higuain as well actually came from a 2-player pack. But as you can see, the club is looking okay. I went out and bought Bowen. The reason I went out and bought Bowen, and I recommend anyone to do this, if you can find a Premier League inform for anything under about 11,000 coins, buy it. Don't care who it is, just get it. Why? Because he will eventually be worth 15, 20, 25k, especially day 1 informs. So these are week 1. Most people won't even get to see these in packs because tomorrow they will leave packs. Most people don't have the game yet. So, yeah, they're going to be sought after. Especially, imagine being a West Ham fan and not having the game until Friday. What are you going to want to do? Build a West Ham team, or at least have as many West Ham players as possible. This card isn't actually that bad. Good dribbling, good balance, good agility, not too slow, good finishing, good positioning. He's actually a pretty decent card, and he's only 10k, so people are going to want him. So there we go. And it doesn't even matter if they're any good, because over time they will be worth money. So if you've got 10k to spend now, you're investing. It will go for more than that in the future. Even if it's only 3k more, it will sell for more in the future. So it's worth it in my opinion. Bunch of other cards in here. So the club is, I would say, fairly stacked because it is with this sort of fodder. But, I mean, none of these are really worth crazy amounts. I think Atal might be worth a little bit. But I was looking to use him. I might just sell him because he is going for about 4k. But should we just get him on the market? I was kind of looking to keep some players for like building squads, and if I decide to change or if I review players, I like to have players from different leagues and what have you. But I think I may move away from that now and just look to sell nearly everything in the club just to build up the coin balance, and then maybe we can start building up that Diogo Jota squad. I've got Griezmann to sell. I think he's about 120k-ish. Maybe he's come up a little bit. Oh, okay, 150,000. He's going up, so I'll keep holding him for now. Luis Suarez has been given a ones to watch card, so I don't know when the best time to sell him will be. He's around 120k right now. Don't know what to do with him. I went up and bought Hazard because I thought he was really cheap. 4,800 coins for an 83 rated left mid from the Bundesliga. I thought that was quite cheap, and he's quite a good player. So I thought, I'll pick him up and see how good he is. And yeah, he's not bad. Let's have a look at the stadium very briefly before we end here today. I've probably talked far too long. But for those who are interested in what the stadium actually looks like, there we go. We have the green paint on the steps, because obviously the green in the Welsh flag. We've got the white seats and we've got the red trim. Big Welsh tifo up behind. With regards to like the crowds and stuff, we can't have chants or anthems just yet because I haven't unlocked that side of the stadium, I don't think. I think that's the way it works. I'm not quite sure. We've got a main stand or lower tifo, which is a Welsh flag. I probably will change that over time when we get something a little bit better. But for right now anyway, that's the way it looks. And of course the sidelines, you can't do anything about it just yet. Structure. Yeah, we've got that. We can't have any pyrotechnics just yet because we need to upgrade that. I think. I need to look into this a little bit more. And then those are the kits, of course. We do have the Welsh badge, the two Welsh kits. I don't know why I'm using the home kit, the away kit as the home kit, but I just am. Haven't unlocked any decent celebrations yet, so I will do when I get rid of, when I pack them or go out and buy them. Can't give a club nickname yet because it's greyed out. Same with the goal song. So I will probably turn volume on a little bit now and again so we can hear these things. But for right now, I can't even unlock them, so there's no point. We can go into, there we go. This is how you do it, right? So you need to unlock them. So I need to complete 40 matches. So in the next 3 matches, I will get pyrotechnics. So I can put red sort of fireworks, if you will, behind, or pyrotechnics behind the goal. And I need to play 13 more games in order to get the main stand right trophy. And I think that's it then. Although we've unlocked Goal Song, but we still can't use it. So I think that's got something to do with Stadium Development 2, and it will unlock soon, so I don't really know how it all works, but it is what it is. That's going to be it for this episode of The Road to Glory. Very long-winded at the end there, I do apologise. But hopefully you are enjoying it. I am trying to make it as normal as possible, even though we've ploughed some FIFA points into the beginning and we're not really running it as a Road to Glory, but it is Diogo Jota's journey, so hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, do me a favour and hit the like button. It really does help me out a lot, of course. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and until the next time, goodbye.
Join the Betting Rebellion and find out what your football knowledge is really worth.